Some home features look extraordinary on the day they're installed, and then daily life begins. The shower that looked seamless starts filling with cold air every morning. The shelf that looked editorial collects grease month by month. The tube that looked sculptural becomes something that you have to kneel behind every week to clean. The problem is not that these features are badly designed. The problem is that they were designed for a photograph, not for a Tuesday. Most design regrets don't arrive loudly. They arrive quietly through small repeated frictions that accumulate until a beautiful room starts feeling like something you're managing instead of living in. This video is about 10 of those features, the ones that consistently look extraordinary on every reference image and consistently disappoint in every real home. In the most recent house renovation survey, 8 of these 10 features appeared in the top 15 most regretted changes. The same names reoccur in post-occupancy research and in contractor advice threads with tens of thousands of responses. I ranked them from the easiest to correct to the most structurally difficult to undo. If any of these are already in your home, the second half of each segment will tell you what to do about it. If they're still on your wish list, this is the information you need before building them. Number 10 is matte black plumbing fixtures. Matte black taps, shower heads, and handles have become one of the most pinned finishes in modern interior design. In the photographs against white tile or warm limestone, they look precise, modern, and expensive. In daily use, they show white mineral scale, soap residue, and fingerprints within hours of installation. The matte surface is fragile. Standard bathroom cleaners strip the coating and expose the brass or zinc underneath. Unlike polished chrome or brushed nickel, which conceal watermarks and age with character, matte black degrades visibly and quickly. The fix is simple. Brushed nickel or unlacquered brass clean easily, age honestly, and will not look dated in 3 years. The finish should serve the room for a decade, not just for the listing photos. Number 9, the doorless walk-in shower. Without a door, the wet room feels seamless, one surface flowing into the next. No frame, no threshold, no glass to clean. The problem is thermodynamic. A door traps steam. Without it, cold air from the bathroom moves freely into the shower space. The result is a beautiful room where every shower starts slightly cold and ends the same way, regardless of how hot the water runs. Water oversprays also travel well beyond the intended wet zone, landing on walls, flooring, and cabinetry that were never designed to tolerate daily moisture. Over time, that moisture finds its way into drywall seams, timber frames, and grout lines, causing damage that is expensive to address and slow to become visible. A single fixed glass screen, not a framed enclosure, just one panel, traps steam, contains spray, and preserves the clean visual line. It solves the problem without returning to the aesthetic the room was trying to avoid. Number 8, sliding barn doors. When farmhouse aesthetic surged in the mid 2010s, barn doors became ubiquitous. They are inexpensive, they require no swing space, and they carry an immediate visual statement. They also inch away from the wall at times because the track holds them parallel to the surface rather than flush against the frame. That gap means that light passes through, sound passes through, smell passes through. On a wardrobe or pantry, that is manageable, but on a bedroom or bathroom or a home office becomes a daily friction that accumulates. The structural fix is a pocket door, same footprint, Same sliding mechanism, but housed inside a wall and sealed properly at the frame. The acoustic and privacy difference is complete. The visual result is actually cleaner. Number 7, high-end marble flooring. Marble communicates luxury in a way that almost no other material can match. The veining, the depth, the sense that the floor was quarried from a single slow-growing thing. Marble is also calcium carbonate. It reacts to acid, citrus, wine, vinegar, tomato, and many cleaning products will etch the surface, dulling the polish permanently at the point of contact. It scratches under heels, chair legs, and dropped metal objects. It requires annual sealing and it produces an anxiety in households with children, pets, or daily cooking. The cost of marble flooring is not the installation, it is the calendar it creates, the annual seal, the permanent dual patches at every spill point, the anxiety every time something lands on the kitchen floor. Large format porcelain in a stone finish is visually indistinguishable at normal viewing distance. It is non-porous, scratch resistant, and it doesn't require sealing. The room gets the visual outcome and the household is not held hostage by a surface. Number 6, the open kitchen shelving. The case for open shelving is the same every time. It lightens the kitchen. It removes visual weight from the upper half of the room and it creates space for things that are worth looking at. The case against it is simple. Cooking produces airborne grease. Grease settles. Dust binds to the grease. Within weeks, every plate, glass, ceramic, etc. on an open shelf carries a faint film of kitchen residue. Items that are rarely used need washed before they can be used. Open shelving also removes the ability to hide anything. There are no doors to close. Every ceramic needs to earn its place every day. In a household with children, in kitchens with high cooking frequency, or homes where daily organization is not the priority, the system fails consistently. Textured or reed glass cabinet doors offer the same visual lightness as open shelving. They obscure the content enough to contain clutter while maintaining the reflective quality of the glass. The kitchen breathes, the upkeep doesn't compound. Number 5, the completely open floor plan. For 2 decades, the open floor layout was treated as the inevitable direction of residential design. Remove the walls, combine the kitchen, dining, and living areas into a single continuous space. Let light move freely, let the family be connected. The logic was sound when it was developed. In an era before remote work, hybrid school schedules, and the permanent domestication of professional life. Without partition walls, a kitchen produces a sound that travels to every corner of the living space. A blender runs while somebody's on a video call. The television plays while a child is trying to do his homework. Every activity competes with the other simultaneously. The open plan solved a problem that no longer exists in isolation and created a different one who did not exist when it was designed. The solution is not to rebuild walls, but to design for acoustic separation where it matters. Pocket doors between a kitchen and living area, a partial structural divide at the end of an island, a raised ceiling break that creates a psychological boundary without a physical one. The open feeling remains, but the acoustic isolation becomes available when it's needed. Number 4, the squeezed freestanding tub. A freestanding bath sitting a few centimeters from a tiled wall is one of the most reproduced images in modern interior photography. It is also one of the most consistently regretted installations in post-occupancy surveys. The gap between the tub and the wall is too narrow to clean. Dropped shampoo bottles disappear into it. Splash water lands behind the tub and it has no draining path. And over months, the trapped moisture produces a mold at the growth line, discoloration of the tube exterior finish, and eventually damping the wall cavity behind it. The bath itself is rarely the problem. The placement is. A freestanding tub needs at least 30 centimeters of clear space on all sides, or it should be reconfigured as a wide drop-in bath set into a tiled plinth, which cleans easily and carries the same visual weight. The luxury is real. The placement determines whether it stays that way. Number 3. The converted garage. Garages in many homes are chronically underused as parking. They become storage rooms, workshops, dumping grounds for things the house cannot absorb. Converting that space into a playground, gym, or additional bedroom feels logical. The footprint is already there, the structure exists, and the cost of conversion is relatively low. What disappears is harder to account for. Secure off-street parking, covered garage for seasonal equipment, tools, and bicycles, a dry utility space that absorbs the overflow that every household generates. When that space is gone, those things do not disappear. They find other places, cluttering entries, filing rooms, or moving into an outdoor shed that deteriorates faster than the room it replaced. If additional living space is genuinely needed, the better investment is a garden studio or an attic conversion. Spaces that add floor area without removing a core utility function from the property. Number 2, the lost bedroom. The boutique walk-in dressing room is one of the most consistently desired upgrades in residential design. Common built-ins, an island unit with drawers, integrated lighting, a mirror that takes the full wall. It's a room designed entirely around the way a homeowner wants to feel getting dressed. The problem is structural, not aesthetic. A home is partly defined by its bedroom count. That count is part of what the home is, not just what it contains. Converting a bedroom into a closet removes a bedroom from the official description of the home. That reclassification is structural, not cosmetic. In most markets, a 4-bedroom home and a 3-bedroom home are simply not the same. They are different kinds of homes. That difference does not close without renovation. The dressing room experience can be achieved inside a bedroom with high quality modular wardrobe systems that can be removed without structural work. The bedroom remains a bedroom. The home remains what it was. The dressing room is still there. It just doesn't cost the room. The desire was reasonable. The solution determines the cost. Every feature on this list was installed by someone who was making a considerate decision. The desire for each of them was real. The aesthetic case for many of them remains sound. What failed in each case was the same thing. The design was optimized for one day, the day of the photograph, the reveal. It was not tested against the actual texture of daily life. The cleaning, the noise, the resale, the 10 years of cleaning before the next renovation. Good design does not always require a bedroom that is less beautiful. It requires that the beauty holds under the weight of being used. Before building any of these features, ask not just whether the room will photograph well, ask whether it feels like a good decision on a Tuesday morning. That is the standard worth designing for. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much.